Hello and welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. Today, we will talk about student loan complaint backlog gets bigger and bigger as Save borrowers stay in limbo. This will be interesting. All right, before we dive into this, just want to remind you to go ahead and check out thecollegeinvestor.com. After this podcast, we have tons of information on everything that has to do with money. You're going to love it, thecollegeinvestor.com. You can also follow us, like us, and all the other things that you do on social media. Anywhere you are, we're pretty much there too. Just search for The College Investor and you'll find us. Okay, let's get to this now. The complaint log. Okay, so the week began with anticipation for the August 4th court status report in the lawsuit over the Save repayment plan. Borrowers hoping for clarity instead saw kind of a short update from the parties indicating that discussions continue, with no agreed-upon timeline for next steps. That's a surprise. I'm shocked. The SAVE plan, designed to lower monthly payments for millions of federal student loan borrowers, has been blocked by court orders since, last year. Under the injunction, the Department of Education cannot resume payments under the plan, leaving roughly 7 to 8 million borrowers in administrative forbearance. Interest on these loans resumed August 1st, but no payments are due. Congress officially ended SAVE as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act signed into law in July, which also created a new repayment assistance plan, RAP, scheduled to begin July 1st, 2026. Borrowers currently in SAVE are expected to move to an amended version of income-based repayment, IBR, sometime between now and June 30th, 2028. But we don't really know the exact timing yet. The next court update is scheduled for October 3rd. Until then, borrowers remain in kind of a holding pattern, relying on estimated timelines rather than official announcements. Grr. Am I right? So here's what the timeline looks like for SAVE plan borrowers. The Department of Education has told borrowers they will remain in forbearance through at least November 2025. While technically it's possible for repayment to resume in December, doing so would require moving millions of borrowers into another repayment plan, sending all kinds of notices, updating loan servicer systems, and possibly even reopening application periods. Given the operational challenges and the existing backlog of repayment plan applications, our opinion is that a mid-2026 restart is pretty much more likely. This would align with the launch of RAP and allow the department to coordinate communications and system updates in one massively big transition, rather than two big transitions. Under that scenario, SAVE borrowers would automatically migrate to amended IBR after July 2026. Those who prefer RAP, I'm just calling it RAP, could then enroll when it goes live. ICR and pay are set to end for borrowers by June 2028, and our sources at the loan servicers estimate they will close enrollment in these plans in 2027 to allow time for the transition to take place. Let's talk about that complaint backlog thing. So while the SAVE issue dominates headlines for sure, a separate development this week raised new concerns for borrowers seeking help with existing problems. Data sent to Senator Elizabeth Warren showed the Federal Student Aid Ombudsman Office now has more than 27,000 unresolved complaints. That's kind of tough. The backlog has grown sharply since March, when widespread layoffs at the Department of Education cut the Ombudsman staff from 63 to 25 employees. The office, which investigates disputes over loan servicing, repayment errors, and alleged scams, continues to receive hundreds of new cases each week. In May, it closed just over 1,100 complaints, far fewer than the number coming in. Borrowers waiting on complaint resolutions may face months-long delays, leaving errors uncorrected. So for those seeking public service loan forgiveness, PSLF buyback, the department is already taking 8 to 9 months to process cases. The department has defended the staff reductions as part of an effort to streamline operations, but there's a major concern that the loss of investigative capacity makes it harder to identify and fix widespread student loan issues. And there are challenges ahead. The end of SAVE and the student loan complaint backlog do highlight the scale of administrative work facing the Department of Education in the upcoming months. The agency has to implement provisions of the OBBA, or OBBBA. OBBBA. That's 3 B's in there. Process millions of repayment plan changes and address an existing queue of borrower disputes, all with reduced staffing. Oh boy. Borrowers in Save should watch for official updates later this year, too. And remember, until the forbearance officially ends with guidance from the Department of Education, the dates listed in your loan servicer portal are just kind of placeholders. And they're going to change. Those with pending complaints should prepare for extended waits and consider following up regularly with both their servicer and the Ombudsman's office. With the next Save Court update, not due until October, the coming weeks are likely to remain a bit quiet on repayment timelines. But behind the scenes, just know the department will need to decide how to sequence the end of Save, the start of WRAP, and the processing of thousands of unresolved borrower issues. Tens of thousands of them. I don't envy them at all. I'll just stick to making podcasts. And you can stick to following us on social media at The College Investor and check out thecollegeinvestor.com. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.